We will be back in some form.
We have an army of digital soldiers because this was an insurgency.
Hundreds dead, thousands infected across multiple continents.
You guys know what this represents?
People that have gone out there against the mainstream media and said, you're going to call us racist, you're going to call us potential Timothy McVeighs. You are.
All right, OB Patriots out there kicking ass and taking names. Welcome to the party, folks, to PatriotPartyNews.com. I am your host, Chaz Carter, better known as Underground Patriot, coming to you live from the Wolf Den, folks. Sorry, as always, run a little bit behind. Here's a short version. This is where the cool cats go to get their daily intel, news, and bread. That's right, to PatriotPartyNews.com, folks. We are more just a website. You can go on there and see for yourself. We are 24/7. We need your help more than ever right now because, unfortunately, our partners got attacked. And it's very unfortunate that we're being targeted right now, and it's because we're telling the truth. And it sucks that they're virtually trying to kill PPN. So pray for PPN. Hey, we need all the help we can get. If you want to support us, great. If you don't, okay. That's all I can say about that. We're going to figure it out one way or the other. Let us know where you're watching us from. I'm going to go ahead and bring in Dallas because I know we're running behind. And I know that obviously I'm not necessarily going to go through the housekeeping right now. You obviously know our partners. You want to get off grid with us? I'm going to tell you right now what you need to do. You need to go to skycomptt.com, click shop now, and then click the red PPN button because it's coming to that. Dallas, I hope you have had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And I'll tell you, man, it's insane what's going on right now. I don't know if you watched the UFC 250, but I watched about 3/4 of it, and it was quite entertaining, needless to say, and kind of exciting at the same time because how many bad people of 2020 can you put at the White House at one freaking time? I heard they were not real. They were all 2.0s. Man, it's very possible. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that can't happen because we witnessed it with fake Biden. There's no question about it. And maybe that was to prepare us for where we're at now. But what do I know? All I know is that we tell the truth and we get freaking attacked by telling the truth, backing it up by facts. The end.
I did not watch any of the fight. I watched what the rest of the world watched, and that was the beginning of the World Cup.
Yeah,
I watched more soccer yesterday than I've watched maybe in my entire life, but it was awesome.
That's awesome.
But I didn't watch any of the fight. I saw the clips, where the guy called Michelle Obama a man, which is cool. About time somebody did it. The fact that Sean Strickland got arrested for simply being in Washington, was he causing some trouble? Probably, but the UFC champion gets arrested for just being in Washington. There's still narratives being shown, right, Chaz? I mean, the whole Project Esther thing. I had heard clips, like pieces of it, but I guess I didn't know it had a full blown name. But it's about to become fully illegal to say anything negative about Israel, period, in the United States. You will go to jail. You will be arrested. You will have all of your social media canceled and shut off, and you will have your bank accounts drained if you criticize Israel. That's in the works right now, and it's way farther along than anybody wants to admit or thinks. Just
Well, it's
saying.
already starting to happen. I mean, we're seeing the clips of you seeing the FBI, you're seeing local authorities showing up at people's doors. Remember last time we saw that? 2020, of course. And we're seeing a little bit of it, but not like you're seeing right now. I mean, look at the freaking news feeds. What do you see? Nothing but fighting, nothing but disaster, nothing, a damn city wins a championship and about destroys it at the same time. I mean, I'm sorry. That mentality is insane. But I will tell you this, Dallas, we took a poll this morning on Patriot Shoot because we have so much information coming out. I mean, and then we're trying to post and keep everyone up to date. So we took a vote in having a midday show, and it looks like that's what we're going to have within Patriot Shoot. You can go to join.patriotshoot.com, but here's the kicker. We're going to have it very interactive, meaning we're going to be bringing in members on camera, and you have to show your face. We don't do all that, not showing your face or whatever, and all that stuff. We're transparent, and some people may not want to show their face. That's fine, but it's going to be offered. And if people want to have a discussion and everybody can see everybody, I think that'd be kind of cool. So if you're interested in seeing that kind of stuff, we'll do a pilot of it for right now, just to see how it rolls. But go to join.patriotshoot.com for the free trial right now. You get 30 days, no obligation, anything like that. If you don't like it, we're still friends at the end. But it is what it is. So there you go. Hey, there were some rumblings that happened here in Tennessee. I don't know if you heard, we had an earthquake. And,
Oh no!
Yeah,
We have massive flooding happening in Texas. I mean,
man, Waco is getting it bad, dude. I saw that video of that car. I was like, wow.
Yeah, that's where my in-laws are. Their retaining wall got knocked down because their neighbor's house apparently is sliding down the hill towards theirs. But yeah, just insane flooding in Waco and central South Texas.
Yeah,
So you guys had an earthquake. How close to Nashville?
Well, I'd say it was probably about a 0.5 to 0.8 probably that hit Nashville. But the epicenter, they're saying the earthquake swarm was on the new Madrid seismic zone in South Missouri, Northwest Tennessee. And they're saying keep an eye on it because it looks like pre-shocks. Let me see if I can get this on the screen. This is the interactive map. And let's see here. Is it going to show? Okay. There we go. So this is where, right here on the corner of Tennessee and Arkansas and Missouri, they got the brunt of it there. But here around the Jackson, Tennessee area, they got about a 1.5 they could feel. Quite interesting on it. But not just, obviously, Tennessee, of course, but like I said, Missouri, different states surrounding right there. So that was kind of wild. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, they're talking about, polar shifts and tectonic shifts. So,
well, everybody was making it. I thought he was in a black suit. Everybody was talking about that. Looks like a blue suit to me. Am I colorblind? Am I correct to say that's blue? Dark blue?
yeah, it looks dark blue to me, but it also looks like they're all wax figures in a wax museum. Like they're all standing super weird, right?
Oh my God. Is that Huckabee? That's Sarah Huckabee? No. Hang on. I'm gonna play this real quick. Let's see. Yeah. Maybe not.
No.
So I want to congratulate the president. Last night, Cyril Gahn won the fight against a great fighter, supposed to be unbeatable. And that was it. Cyril is from France. Did you watch the fight?
Yeah. Not done right, but I saw it this morning.
That was a great fight. It was a great evening at the White House.
Very proud.
Thank
Bienvenue au président.
Yeah. Well, you think we can, with everything that's going on in France right now, what they were showing with the protest, all around the Eiffel Tower and all that stuff, you think this is gearing up for the scare event again? I mean, for heaven's sakes, they parted the damn storm going on top of the UFC. It's nuts. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lawsuit against the Weather Channel from Trump for propaganda that they were talking about that. And like, oh yeah, by the way, we're going to make sure we don't get hit so you'll never talk crap again. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
I don't know, man. I mean, did we sign a peace deal? Did we not sign a peace deal? Because I heard both.
It's a we call it memorandum. I can't even pronunciate it. Memorandum. Yeah, that. There you go. So
I mean,
what's the difference with that? You have a digital signature, then you have a real signature, but it's a memorandum. And by the way, if you didn't know, Israel has already hit and bombed somebody already that we're trying to get confirmation on. They're saying that strikes this morning. Now I'm still trying to get confirmation on this. Let me see if I can get on the screen.
That's where I was going to go. Is I think the nuclear scare event now comes from Israel direct. I mean, because they do not want peace and they do not want this war to end, and they realize that they have been exposed to anyone even remotely willing to see the truth, from my perspective. But I think the nuclear scare now comes directly from Israel.
Okay. So I see it, Angela. Let me put it on the screen. Let me grab my bifocals on this one. Hang on a second. Jeez. Let's see if I can do it that way. Oh, Al Jazeera is reporting it. Okay.
That a peace deal has been reached?
No, that Israel attacked Beirut again this morning.
Oh, okay.
Which, is it really a surprise? Can we be honest? I mean, we were anticipating this, but then what did Trump say? Or somebody from his administration said, they said, well, if this goes down, well, guess what? Israel and Iran are on their own. If that's the case, everything you just said, what do you think is going to happen? You ever heard of the Samson option?
Yeah.
I mean, hello, Maurice. Yeah.
So, in my perspective, Israel is on full blast right now. And I mean that in like all versions of that phrase, right? I mean, they're being absolutely blasted by Iran. They're being blasted in the media. They're being blasted anywhere that they are. And they never stopped bombing Lebanon and Beirut, Chaz. I mean, it never stopped. It's not like, they bombed them again. They never stopped bombing them. And now it's peace, peace has been reached. Why is Israel still shooting missiles off at people? I mean,
well, what is it everyone is saying? And we've always heard this exposure. It's going to expose Israel. And that does make sense. And I can agree with that logic. And correct me if I'm wrong. I can't speak for you, but I would imagine you probably agree with that as well. However, you can't sit there and play in the same sandbox and act like you're friends to the world. And then outside of that sandbox, we're going to do whatever the hell we want. There's nothing you're going to do about it. And that's pretty much what it's coming across. We've had debates. Who really controls America? Israel. How can you say that, Chaz? Well, look at it from this perspective. If we do have the most powerful person in the world in office in the United States, which it's always been that way, it seems like that's being exposed by Israel that it's not. Because I can go ahead and tell you, if it was anyone else but Israel that was doing that to sabotage a peace deal, what do you honestly think would happen?
Well, at the very least, there would be negative consequences financially, right? There would be sanctions, there would be embargoes, there would be, hey, we would stop sending them the billions and billions and billions of dollars that we send them every single year and that we have been sending them for decades. Their entire economy is based and driven off of our tax dollars, Chaz. Like the whole country. They all live off of us, the taxpayers. And to your point, anybody else, and the problem is they're making Trump look like a chump because Trump comes out, Trump talks so much. Kind of like the first term when all of my friends were like, I just wish he would stop tweeting. I just wish that he would stop talking and stop truth socialing and stop tweeting and just be a president. Because, Chaz, another $1.8 billion trade was made 5 minutes before Trump announced the peace treaty with Iran. Somebody that had direct inside information just made more money in the stock market in 5 minutes than the whole rest of the country has in the last 30 years combined. Like, it is asinine the amount of money that is being funneled through our system at the exposure of Donald Trump. And again, I want Trump to be that president. I want him to be that guy. But right now, nobody respects him. And you guys can spin it however you want to. But when Trump releases himself, the conversations that he's having with Netanyahu, and then we turn around and watch Israel just bomb the absolute shit out of the country that he just said, hey, don't touch them. That is zero respect. And to your point, who owns who? Like, who's in charge of who, right? It is time for Trump to back up what he is saying in his claims and cut Israel off. Now, do I want to go bomb Israel? No, I don't want to do that at all.
We're not going to have to.
But can we stop sending them the hundreds of billions of dollars that we send them every single year?
How much was it in that memorandum that we're sending to Iran? Wasn't it like what, 300 billion? I mean, something astronomical part of
I read 10 billion, but it doesn't matter. I showed you the proof. Again, we are still sending millions and millions and tens of millions of dollars a month to pay off terrorists, Taliban family members.
I agree with that. No.
And I brought this up months ago, and everybody's like, oh, Trump stopped it. Bullshit. No, he didn't. They buried it, and it's still happening. Every week we send a couple million, $10 to $20 million overseas to pay terrorists. And that happened today. I mean, it's happening this week. So we got to get a hold of our money, and we got to get a hold of our tax dollars. All the fraud Nick Shirley has been pointing out. I read it again. All the fraud that was exposed by Doge. Trump said we were going to get that money back. Well, I don't know about you, Chaz. I haven't seen a penny of it, right? It's kind of like Forrest Gump. Yep, they called it $1 million wound, but I ain't seen a dime. The tariff rebate, we were supposed to get that. Now Trump says, well, I don't remember promising $2,000 tariff rebates. Well, that's funny because we got you on tape. Like, maybe it's the bad Trump, or maybe it's Trump 2.0, or maybe it's the clone Trump. But one of the Trumps said on a live broadcast, yeah, every American should expect a $2,000 tariff rebate, by July of last year.
Yeah. I remember that. There's no question about that. Well, this is where it stands. I mean, look at what's starting to take place. It's progress. Any way you look at it, we're in the fourth quarter. This is what we've been telling everybody for a good little bit. It seems like, and again, we're wanting to get some more confirmation on what's happening right now with Israel supposedly just bombing Beirut again. Yes, you heard me correctly. So as soon as we get some more details on that, I'll get that to everybody. So on that, hey, did you know that Starlink has now partnered up with 41 airlines worldwide, covering more than 7,000 aircraft under installation or a contract? Kind of crazy. That's happened. Here are some of the airlines right now. This is quite interesting here.
So what does that mean, Chaz? That Starlink is going to be offered on these?
I guess, but it seems I wouldn't be surprised they're charging. Hey, by the way, you get it free for Starlink, but we're going to charge you for it. That kills their profit margins. How many people you know that go and fly and pay for freaking Wi-Fi and all the special services? Man, I'm sorry. I'm El Cheapo. I'm the one in that seat, free movies.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there, pointing on that, being for real. I'm like, I can't. I just within me, I just can't seem to wrap my head around.
No, you and I are the same. I'm the guy asking the flight attendant for free headphones. No, give me the really crappy ones that I can only use one time. Because they're so crappy that after you've used them once, they never work again.
Like disintegrate in your ear or something crazy. But hey, it's a real treat when someone is sitting diagonal and you're sitting on the outside seat in the aisleway, and someone's got their laptop or something, and they got to move, and you can see all of it. And because if you've ever seen the movie before, you know what they're saying. So you just sit there and you just watch and just chill, and you don't pay a damn thing. And so that's some of the things, that's for free, by the way, everybody. You know what I'm talking about. I guarantee you've done it too. Come on now.
Yeah, 100%. And then I end up laughing, and then the dude looks at me, and I'm like, I know the movie, man. I'm sorry. But.
Oh my God. That's funny. Oh Lord. Yes, man. So we got that going on. Hey, what about all the stuff going on in Cali? Spencer Pratt and stuff. They say a former TMC insider who worked for TMC has nearly a decade in New York news experience is speaking out. She says the mail-in ballots in Los Angeles are very clear fraud, but TMC won't cover it because of the TMC news director. She explains that it's the leftist news directors that don't support the story. It won't be covered. So bottom line, here is the same networks doing the same thing. TMZ, People Magazine, US Weekly, E! News, Access Hollywood, Entertainment Tonight, The View, no shit. Extra, BuzzFeed Entertainment, HuffPost Entertainment, Daily Mail, USA, Page 6, Vibe Magazine, Rolling Stone, Hollywood Reporter, and many, many more. We could go down. Deadline, Hollywood, CNN, and of course the repeat offenders, as you can see. But here's the insider, I guess, speaking out. Check it out. This is interesting.
I haven't talked headlines in a while. If you're new here, I used to work at TMZ, and I've been asked to share some of the tea and things that I've learned from working in news for almost a decade in New York. And I'm going to talk Spencer Pratt right now. He just released the most compelling video after the absolute scam of an election that happened in LA that took him out of the mayoral race. And something I think is interesting is that TMZ is not investigating the situation with the votes. If there's anyone that could find out the truth of what really happened with those 40,000 votes that suddenly got mailed in 7 days later, it would be TMZ. But I was watching a TMZ Live a few days ago, and this was when Spencer Pratt had been nominated as the second in line, like he was going to be able to run for mayor come November. Or whenever it is. And Harvey basically shared his personal opinion on how he thinks Spencer is not qualified and how he feels that he can't do the job. because he's simply a reality star and all of those things. If you go and watch Spencer's latest post and his video about how he's now claiming war between these politicians and he's going to uncover everything, he is doing the Lord's work, let me tell you. One thing I've learned is that if a news director does not support what is going on or what needs to be reported for the truth, they're not going to investigate it. They're not going to, it will not be on their network, period. That goes for local news, newspapers, magazines, all the way up to the top of the networks in New York. So I just think that it's just very interesting that TMZ has now opened up a politics division, which I think is amazing and incredible, but they are not looking into this complete scam with Spencer Pratt and the votes there. We all know he was robbed. We all know that this was complete fraud that happened, and the California system is so broken. Another thing I thought was interesting is that, and this is how sick this system is right now, is I was talking to a friend who is a executive producer in New York, and she was telling me that essentially Karen Bass, they start knocking on doors asking for votes ahead of time. And when Spencer decided to run, he had to play catch up and start doing that. And so I just think it's so, I can't even believe it's allowed that they can do that. And it's just so dirty. And I don't know. I'm having a really hard time believing that suddenly he is down 40,000 votes within 7 days. Everything should have been counted the same day, just like every other state. So that is my thought, and I'm curious to hear what you think. And Spencer, I cannot wait to see what you uncover. You're doing the Lord's work. Keep going.
What this TMZ insider and former employee is saying is that if the news directors do not support a story, it will not get any coverage. They will kill it. So that got me thinking, all right, so how many other shows like TMZ are there that are left-leaning that will ignore things like voter fraud that is very obviously happening? And here's a comprehensive list that are similar to TMZ that would all ignore any kind of voter fraud because their directors are left-leaning. People Magazine, US Weekly, Access Hollywood, The View, that's a shocker, Extra. But just take a look at this. This is a long list of all these shows that would just completely ignore fraud because of the directors. Now let's take a look at the bigger ones like the mainstream media channels. These are all classified as left-leaning. CNN, who would have guessed that one? MSNBC, that's even more of a shock. ABC, CBS, NBC, but look at this. All of this, these are all left-leaning stations that she's telling us to our faces, if the directors do not support this story, then it's not going to get any coverage.
Well, it goes even further than that, Chad. They're all owned by the same people. And those
Families. Hello.
those same people are the same people that are bombing Beirut and Lebanon right now. Like, they're all owned and operated and controlled. You talk about the government. Somebody said, is Congress more powerful than the president? But yes and no, because Israel owns all of them, right? Somebody asked on Friday about Miriam Silver, whatever her name is, who Trump has given the Medal of Honor to, by the way. But she gave Trump $230 million. And Trump has joked she's in the White House more than he is. Like, who do you think is running this country? It is not Trump. It is not our Congress. It's not even our government. Like, Israel and the powers that be are running this country, just like they're running most of the world. And it's crazy, Chaz. And no, they're not going to cover the fraud. I mean, we watched CNN live flip 200 or 500,000 votes during the impeachment vote for Newsom.
Right.
You and I were on. We were on a show watching it live when the numbers flipped right in front
Was
of us.
that not crazy? And we're sitting here like, okay, did we just really see that? You're the one that's noticed it on and you're like, wait a minute, go back. Can we? And someone, I guess it was live, we were able to do that. And all of a sudden you saw the flip happen.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm talking about. That's why we love going live, because you catch stuff right when it happens, right, instead of a recording, and then you're not there in the moment. I can't tell you how many times we have been live, bro, and something has popped off, and look, it's live. I mean, enjoy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But it's been like, and that's, that's part of my hiccup with this whole thing is the proof is right. Like, we have the proof. We have the Epstein files. We have the pedophilia. We have the child smuggling. We have the child trafficking. We have the sex trafficking. We have the satanic rituals. We have the murders. We have the cannibalism. We have voter fraud. I mean, we have it all, Chaz, because you and I have seen it. Anybody that watches this show, we've exposed it in one form or the other, and yet nothing has happened. Nobody's been held accountable publicly, right? Again, everybody's going, well, they already did that. Well, okay, cool. But, I mean, Bill Gates is about to be, executed for the 12th time, I guess, because he's going to, or him and Fauci, they're finding him guilty in those other countries. But, now we got freaking aliens, talking to President Trump, and like, it's just, we're being led around by our, your mom, your grandma. It probably wasn't your mom. It was probably your grandma. Ever grab your ear, twist your ear, and you're like a cow with a nose ring. You just go wherever that's what's happening right now.
And I never got that. She went and got a damn switch from a tree in the backyard and come running after me like a crazy Indian. Okay. She was part Cherokee, by the way. Yeah. So it was kind of crazy. Yeah. Hey, have you seen what's happening in China? We'll start wrapping it up with this, but you ever seen that movie Blue Thunder, the helicopter movie? You remember that growing up? Had the guy from Jaws in it, and even had that comedian that got in all that trouble here lately, the prostitute or whatever. God, what's his name?
Yes, I do remember the show.
But check this out. This is the high-tech China helicopter. I'm telling you, they went back to like 81 and got Blue Thunder. I'm telling you. Look at the front of that. Not crazy. Where's it at? That right there. Nose looks just like it. Had that gunner.
Yep.
You move your head. It went with your head. It's just like,
Yeah. I read an article this weekend. You know how they have their super surveillance state and their digital, their carbon footprint, their digital score.
Yeah.
I read this weekend that system is literally called Skynet. No joke.
I believe it. It's kind of crazy. Hey, this is RT News. That's wild. RT News. U.S. and Iran have signed a memorandum of understanding. Is what has been signed. So, if this is true that Israel just hit Beirut again, what do you think? What's going to happen now? Are we going to still keep on talking and pulling each other's finger and hope another one's going to fart? I mean,
well, and in my very humble opinion, Trump has no other option than to absolutely cut Israel off 1,000% and possibly work with Iran to retaliate, because they are actively sabotaging and destroying what Trump is trying to do. And like I said a few minutes ago, they're making Trump look like an absolute chump on the world stage.
Let's ask the chat this real quick, because I know we're wrapping this up. Who else believes we should do that? Walk away, have Israel on their own against Iran. We can do it still because we have not merged the militaries together yet. In 2027, it's scheduled to be, though. So we've got to be able to, if we're going to do it, we need to do it now. I mean, who else in the chat, yes or no? Do you think we should leave Israel alone? walk away from them entirely? Am I going to get a knock at the door, Dallas, or you? Okay. Hey,
I mean,
you're telling everybody you're being anti-Semitic.
I think Trump walks
First
away.
time I shave my head, they're going to get ideas. I'm going to go ahead and tell you. And no.
He walks away and he releases the Epstein files. If Trump can save the whole thing, in my opinion, if he walks away from Israel and just leaves them to their own devices and their own consequences, and then he turns them right around and releases the Epstein files, all of them, then all of a sudden it's kind of like Dumb and Dumber, when he sells the van for the little scooter, he's like, just when I thought you couldn't get any dumber, you totally redeem yourself. Like that can absolutely happen if Trump was to walk away from Israel and release the files.
Man, I just hope it's not the parrot scene. That's all I got to say. Okay.
Our pets' heads are falling off.
Oh gosh.
Pretty bird. Pretty bird.
Well, at the end of the day, they need to put up or shut up. So there you go. Dallas, as always, appreciate you, bro. Have a wonderful day. And I'm sure we'll be in touch. See you.
Bye.
Another one in the box, folks. Appreciate you guys tuning in as you always do. It's getting exciting. Are you ready? Are you ready for the truth? Are you ready to be absolutely set free once and for all? We know the truth's going to come out. It doesn't matter who's right or who's wrong. You cannot stop what's about to happen. Hang your hat on that, because probably I would say the next 48 hours, it's going to get even more crazy. Things are building up if you can't tell. Come over here to join.patriotshoot.com, join.patriotshoot.com. That's where we're going to be hanging out and talking and discussing. And I'll let everyone know when we're going to start that pilot mid-afternoon show. But we're putting some things together, figuring out the pieces here. And so it's going to be extremely interactive. God bless the Republic of the United States of America. And God bless you, Patriots. Without you folks, there is no America or world for that matter. God bless you. And we will see you tonight. Hi there, I'm Chaz Carter. Welcome to Patriot Shoot. If you're looking for a censorship-free platform where you can freely express your thoughts and connect with like-minded individuals, then you're in the right place. At Patriot Shoot, we offer more than just a membership. For just $8.99 per month, we provide you with daily intel, weekly giveaways, and access to our exclusive voice chat platform called Patriot Talk, where we have somewhere between 200 to 400 active members just on that alone, discussing a wide range of topics every single day. You'll gain access to our state groups where you can connect with members in your state at a grassroots level. Our community is all about open dialogue and sharing valuable information without the fear of being silenced. Whether it's discussing current events, giving advice, or personal matters, or simply connecting with others on Patriot Shoot, it is the place to be. So what are you waiting for? Join us today. Experience the freedom of speech and just fill out the form below and get started. We cannot wait to have you here with us, and welcome aboard.